Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining me in this episode of CBD 101. I'm very excited because today I am joined by David Little. David, thank you so much for joining me today, and tell me what this beautiful plant is behind you.
So right behind me we have an industrial hemp plant. The last 6 months has been my passion and something that I've been working with every day. One of the main purposes of my research and studies on the industrial hemp plant was to make sure that we're getting the highest quality CBD possible and that we're able to optimize, maximize the health of the plant, the production, seed production, all of these things. And so where it started, we actually partnered with an organic seed producer in Colorado to start to look at a number of different varieties of industrial hemp. Now CBD is CBD, regardless of whether it comes from a cherry wine, a berry blossom, or you name it. There are hundreds of different varieties of the hemp plant. And so what we're trying to do is find the right genetics to ensure the best genetic expression of CBD. So how we do that, we start with pure non-GMO seed. Right here, this particular variety that I've been studying of late is a cherry wine variety of industrial hemp. And the reason that we're looking at that is that particular variety of hemp is very well known for high CBD production, and it grows very well in the Intermountain West. So this same variety, if I were to take it to Kentucky or to Vermont or to other parts of the world that are not at a high elevation, it may have a different expression of its constituents. Right? And so we've chosen cherry wine to study because it grows very well in our climate, our environment, our elevation. And these are some of the things that we're studying, is how to optimize our production, how to ensure that we can have the highest amount of CBD, but more than volume, the highest quality of CBD. Do these practices have an influence on the quality of the CBD? Absolutely. What elevation are we growing at? What the climate is for that specific genetics. So right now we're growing in the Intermountain region in Colorado and Utah. If we were to take our production to the southeast or to the northwest, we would probably want to search out the right genetics for those regions to make it may be a different variety to make sure that we maximize our opportunity for yield and for quality.
Absolutely.
What do you notice in the difference between the plants behind you and these plants?
Yeah, so a couple different. The color you can see in the leaves, these are much darker, and then also these are much wider. These are a lot thinner. So tell us why that is happening.
So a couple of things happen. Number one, these plants individually have a lot more space between them, right? They're an individual plant. I can spread them out. They're getting plenty of airflow through the canopy. And so that's allowing plenty of sunlight into the plant and allowing those leaves to really broaden out and grow.
Okay.
These are all cherry wine. If we were to look at another variety, different varieties can have different sizes and shapes of leaves as well. So why does that matter? In addition to the trichome, the floral piece that has the majority of the CBD, there is also CBD in the leaves as well.
And the stalks and the stems.
The stalks and the stems, the big heavy trunk, not so much, because that's more the fibrous portion of the plant. And while there's a little bit of CBD in the trunk because those constituents are traveling to the extremities, not nearly so much. The floral trichome has the vast majority of the CBD. And there's some in the leaves. So when we harvest these plants for the extraction of CBD, first and foremost the trichome or the floral piece, and then the leaves and very small branches. We leave the trunk and don't necessarily include that in what we're harvesting.
And that might get like mulched back into soil or...
Absolutely, yep. The trunk can get mulched into soil. It can be sold into the fiber industry. There's a lot of uses to be able to regenerate. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching this episode of CBD 101. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you next time.